The taxi strike has been called off in the Cape Town. This follows a meeting between representatives from the taxi industry and the Provincial Transport Department. Earlier on, a Golden Arrows and a MyCiti bus were vandalized in Khayelitsha Township and the N2 highway in the Western Cape. Commuters in Cape Town were left stranded. The taxi drivers parked their vehicles across different routes in the province. Many have been surprised by the strike, which takes place the same day a meeting is scheduled between the Transport MEC in the province and the taxi associations. Joining us on the phone line for more on this story is Sipesihle Dube, that's the spokesperson for the Minister of Transport and Public Works in Cape Town. Very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us. We saw a taxi strike that started off very violently in the morning. We understand it has been called off. Can you take us through the details of the agreements that were reached upon this meeting?
Yes, let's start off firstly by just the Minister wanted to convey just a strong condemnation of the violent nature in which the protest took this morning. We saw, as you've already described, a lot of damage to property, and that is to be condemned in the strongest possible terms. Early this morning, we then met, as the Minister and our senior officials of the department, with representatives of the associations or the minibus taxi operators to try to address some of these issues. There was a meeting that they tried to call last week. They actually did attend and they weren't able to come to any resolution. Through one of the main issues that is at play now is the upcoming season of both regional and provincial elections for leadership for Santaco. And that was if I can say, the main issue under contention. There was issues around what process should be followed in order to elect the new leadership. So that was primarily what we were gathered to try to resolve. The resolution was then not necessarily that all these concerns would be resolved right then and there, but that we would enter into a publicly, or rather departmentally funded and coordinated mediation process with hopefully a retired judge that would oversee what these issues are and to take representation from both groups. This process is going to take about 2 weeks, and the mediator will then come with a resolution. The other resolution that we took today was also to suspend the strike action, as you've already reported, and to make sure that normal services resume as of this afternoon and definitely from tomorrow morning.
Sipe, not a very clear line there, but thank you for giving us that update. We certainly appreciate it. On the phone line, Sipesihle Dube, spokesperson for the Minister of Transport and Public Works in Western Cape, telling us that the strike has been called off. Mediation process has begun. A meeting happened this afternoon, and there were a few issues that were agreed upon. This is why we have seen this, the taxi strike having been called off. Now let's also listen in to more reactions coming in on the story.
The city's enforcement staff are trying to make arrests of such individuals so that we can make sure that the full effect of the consequences of their actions are visited on them. And at the same time, we will maintain high enforcement levels across the city and into tonight to make sure that there isn't flare-ups of this. As for the whole situation from earlier this morning, we initially just had some disruptions, and these then escalated to incidents of increasing violence throughout the day. We've had multiple buses burned down. We've had shots discharged at city enforcement staff. Mercifully, despite numerous attacks on several of our vehicles and our traffic law enforcement, Metro Police vehicles and officers, none of our...
The reasons why we were striking, or the minibus taxi operators were striking, the operators needed to bring to the attention of the provincial MEC of transport in the Western Cape that they have a cry of no leadership within the province, which then requires them to say we need to have a pre-election conference that will determine how do we ensure that within the Western Cape we've got a provincial leadership.
We are at Site C taxi rank in Khayelitsha, where we know that the taxis that are standing behind me at the moment down tools this morning, which left thousands of taxi commuters stranded, having to use alternative transport. We also know that a few buses, Golden Arrow and MyCiti buses, were plated with stones this morning, and also some of those buses were burned down.